So at this point, if this parse worked, JSON parse, and if type is equal to get states, which is what we have now. So what I will do is get the object and say, so I want to loop through the object. Okay, if I come back here, let me see what I got. So I got an array of objects, so which means I can use a for loop to go through the array. So let's try with 4. If I just type 4 like this, bam. Okay, so the for loop here will be going through obj like that. Oh, wait a minute, let me check what the data type here is. Does it have data type? No, actually it does not. So this is going to complicate things a little bit. Okay, so what I will do here is this. I'll come back here, and instead of JSON encode that data, what I will do is I want to create an object which I can return back. Or let me create an array. No, actually an object. So what I will say is I'll write something like info is equal to object. I want to create an object. You do it that way. There are many ways, but this is how I do it, because this is creating an array, but then you convert it to an object immediately. All right, so now I want to add something to info. So I'll say info data is equal to data, like that. Okay, and then info again. So let me duplicate that. I'll say info data type, so I can return a data type is going to be equal to should be this same one right here, get states, right? So copy that and put it in there, get states, like so. So that's the data type, that's the data in there. And then finally I can do a JSON down here, JSON encode info and not data, like so. Okay, pretty good. Now let's see what we will return this time. So refresh, and there we go. So now we've returned an object which has an array inside of items. So object data, data type. Okay, so very good. So let me come back here. If this is set data type, then come this way. If the data type is get states, then we are here, and then we can loop through object dot right here. So it's going to be object dot data, because that's where the data is going to be, dot length. So object dot data I, like this. Okay. So now this will contain one row of a country. Okay, one row of a country. So let me come back here and look at this again. So that's it's an object, it's ID parent. So what I'm looking for is ID, and I'm also looking for the state itself. Disabled doesn't matter. So I'm looking at state and I'm looking at ID. Okay, so pretty good. Yes. So that dot ID and also dot state, those are the things we are looking for. Now all we need to do is to populate the options thingy here. Okay, we want to populate that. So let me remove this here. Oh, this is the one that we need to populate right there. Okay, so I want to remove the inner HTML of this. So what I will do is copy this to make sure that that is always at the top. So copy. So I'll come down here and create a string. So first of all, I will create the string right here. So select underscore input, that's what we're going to name it, is equal to document. We want to grab that element dot query selector. Query selector. So we need an ID for it so we can actually grab it. So we do have that, which is the JS state. So let's do that, shall we? Now we'll put a dot because it's a class name. So JS state, like that. Okay, so once we have that, now we can say, oh, my bad, I did something. I removed what I had copied. So I'm going to say that dot inner HTML is equal to empty. So the content of it should be empty. Now it shouldn't be empty. We have to set it to a default, which is this one. So copy that and let's bring it here and put that in there. So that's the default, right? And then from then onward, we add to it. Okay, so if I copy this whole thing and put it here like that, and I'll put plus equals to concatenate. So I'll say plus equals then state. So there's an option here. And now if you check properly here, we're adding a value. The way we're doing here, the ID was the value. So let's do the same thing here. So I will put a space and say value is equal to, put some single quotes there, of course, and then the value will be here. Now JavaScript has a neat way of adding variables instead of having to add the plus signs here, because what we can do here instead is in this value we can add a plus like this, put the double quote plus plus another double quote. That way we can put the ID. I can copy that and put it here. Actually, let's do that. Why not? It's much more, it's the old way of doing things, so let's leave it at that. And then here I'll do the same thing, put two double quotes and put two pluses in between, and then I can get my item and put it there. So here we'll get the state name, here we'll put the ID inside the value. So let's see if that will actually work. So let's put South Africa and let me click here. So now you see Berg and Sun City, right? Now if I go to Zambia, you see things have changed. We have Northern and Southern Province. Okay, so that is pretty good, isn't it? So that's much easier. That's a better user experience than having to refresh the page every time. Okay, so I will close the console for now because we have some data that we need here. The only thing now is we need to add the to allow the user to add the addresses and check if everything is actually there before we try to submit. Now, one option we can do just to make sure that the required fields are filled in, we can put the required keyword for JavaScript. So this is not foolproof, but it helps, it kind of helps. So let's go to, where is this? Right here on the address. And so right here, I will say autofocus is there, and I will say required. I don't know why it does this, but even like this, it works just fine. So I'll just copy required here. Zip code is required. So whatever is required on your end, just put it there. So we don't need address too, so I'll leave it there. And what else? We do need a phone so we can talk to these people. The phone should be, maybe it's the mobile number, I'm not sure. So you have to choose on your own what you want to be required. So of course, even the country is required. So I'll put required here, even though this will not change a thing because we will have country like that and it will seem valid. But let's just put it there just in case, who knows. Okay, so we'll put that on state as well. So refresh, yeah, very good. Then here's our form. There's our form. We have to make sure that the form has a method of post. Okay,